people with internet fan, which is probably not, but if you happen to stumble upon this video, today is the NFL draft, and why not have a little fun? We're going to do a little fun experiment. What if the Raiders get a deal that's too good to be true for the first overall pick, and they say, screw it, let's trade the pick. I'm thinking of the Ricky Williams trade, when the Saints trade 2 first-round picks and basically all their picks in that 1999 draft. What if a team offers that? So we're just going to pick a team that maybe is just, one QB away of getting a Super Bowl. First, we have to choose what team is going to be trading all their picks, essentially, to the Raiders. So the ones that are sticking out the most to me, the Lions are an interesting one. The Steelers, the Texans, and yeah, that's my 3 options, I would say. The Lions, I don't think they have a lot of draft capital. We'll have to see. The Steelers do have, they would be fun to do, 13 picks. And then the Texans, they could have won if CJ Stroud didn't do it. So let's just load this up. And let's see what capital each team has. Alright, with the Texans, they have 28, 38, 59, 69, 106, 141, 167, 243. Oh, that's not awful. I have to say. Then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, 21, 53. I'm not going to name all those, but they have a lot of picks. And then where are the Lions here? They're up here. I just don't think they would accept the Lions one, even though this is totally not realistic anyway, but honestly, let's go with the Steelers here. I think if we were saying which team needs to quarterback most, win the Super Bowl, I would say maybe the Texans. But, let's have a little fun. Maybe it's in Pittsburgh, the draft. They trade all their picks for their franchise guy. It'd be a really cool moment, okay? So, number 1, for let's say 21, 53, 76, 85, 99, 121. Maybe let him keep 135, 161. 216, 224, and make it another round 1 pick. It says this is lopsided. For which team? I cannot tell. But, actually, let's see. I don't know who this lopsided is for. Whatever, we're just going to do it, It's all fun and games. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Hopefully they actually pick Fernando Mendoza. That would be really awkward. Let's see. They do pick Fernando Mendoza. So, it's all going to plan. With the 20... We're not trading. With the 21st pick, obviously, there's a lot of better players here, but... Ooh, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm actually going to do some pretty ballsy here. Let's see who's the best available. I don't want to see... Okay. This is broken, apparently. Let's go wide receiver. Never mind. Actually, no, they don't have Mendoza. I wish you would just let me see best available right now, but I'll get back to you. Can I determine what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with Vega Ione. Might as well boost up the O-line. We got hella picks. So, yeah. I hope with Ashton Genty and please don't tell me Ty Simpson is picked. There we go. We're going to trade back up for Ty Simpson. Actually, this is just my pick. My God, I love him on all these picks. Please tell me he's still here. Heck yeah! Now, is he better than Mendoza? No. But, if you get all those picks, we're going to take Ty Simpson because why not? Obviously, Ty Simpson, he's not horrible. But we haven't seen a lot from him, We only basically saw essentially half of a healthy season out of his whole career, so it's a little hard to tell. And then, I know I really do want to go to defensive help, but they did spend a lot during free agency for their defense, and maybe there'll just be another good wide receiver available later on. Alright, guys. I think I'm with the 53rd overall pick, Malachi Lawrence. This guy's draft stock has been shooting up like crazy. I know he had a good combine, a good Senior Bowl, but bro, some experts are saying this guy's a round one pick. I'm a hater of him. I really just don't know much about Malachi Lawrence. You know, he's from UCF, but if he's here at 53, I guess this is considered a steal for them. This is where we need a wide receiver to help. And we're just going to go best available here in Malachi Fields. You know, this guy's draft stock shot up and then it fell, obviously. But, oh my God. Honestly, maybe keep going best available here. Because if Lee Hunter is available at 76, this guy I think is going in the top 50. I know his age is a little bit of an issue, but if you're the Raiders, I don't really think you really care. So yeah, let's go him here. But I love having to pick every few seconds here. Maybe O-line I would like here. It's a lot of centers though, to be honest. Oh, they already have a good line, but honestly, let's go with Davidson Igbionson. I'm 100% not saying that right. But obviously they have Eric Stokes. I really don't know who any of the other corners are. I don't think anyone does. But let's go him. Let's see our picks so far. We have Vega, Ty Simpson, Malachi Lawrence. 2 Malachis back to back, I did not realize. But honestly, we're filling up this team quite nicely, I would say. I mean, a safety wouldn't be bad in Bud Clark. Our wide receiver room is so bad that I'm kind of considering going like a Bryce Lance or Jacoby Lane. But honestly, wait, hold on. I am goes Oscar Delp if he's still here is a steal. Obviously, another Georgia guy just like Brock Bowers. I'm sure they'd get along. Oscar Delp actually isn't even that bad of a player. It's just Georgia's playbook right now isn't really incorporating the tight end, you know, like it did with Brock Bowers. But I think Oscar Delp shows some upside. So let's go ahead and pick him, you know, team him up with another Georgia Bulldog. I'm ready to pick right here also. Honestly, Bud Clark, I would say. Another team where I don't know what their safety is. So go ahead and grab one. Oh my God, all these picks I want to make are still here. So honestly, things are coming together pretty nice, I would say. Brian Parker, it's between, really for me, is Brian Parker and Jalen Farmer. Honestly, would it be crazy for me to trade back? While we pick him 4 picks. There is no reason to trade back. We are just going to go ahead and pick whoever we want here. I think I'm going to go Brian Parker. Actually, is he a center? I know he's listed as a guard here, but I know on sub websites he's listed as a center. So to be safe for my casual ball knowledge, I'm just going to have to go Jalen Farmer. Why did he look like that in his picture? Did anyone else see that? I don't know if I go back to it, but I'm gonna show a replay right here. We're only in the 4th pick. We're in the 4th round, and look at all these picks. Oh my God. We are really just redoing this whole Raiders team. Honestly, it begs the question if this is actually like realistic. Do the Raiders take something like this? You know, get 20-something picks here? At some point, we just gotta just take the same position. Let's go Harold Perkins. I know they have a really strong linebacker duo in Quay Walker and Jacoby Dean, but why not just go ahead and take another one? We just have to end up taking a bunch of the same position. You know, at this point, we're kind of just here for value. Emmett Johnson with the 4th round pick is actually very good value. I know you have Ashton Jeanty, but let's get someone to back him up. Honestly, we cannot be having all these picks left. What I'm going to do here is, let's just pick a team. You know, maybe the Bills, we go like 168 and we give them a few picks. Because, honestly, this is taking a little bit. We're just going to end up repeating a bunch of positions. So mine as well. Just here, you could have 224, 208. The Bills one because I'm gonna trade 185. Maybe take a few of those off. Give you, never mind. I'm gonna give you 185, 216, and 219 for 168. There we go, and we still have this pick right here. I'm starting to lose track of what we have, but I don't think we did pick an edge. Malachi Lawrence. Guys, why is this actually getting hard? I didn't think it would be this hard, but wide receiver we could use. Josh Cameron, I know is people like him a lot. Some people say he's a little sleeper pick. I've seen some lists that people like, yeah, he's pretty good. I think he's like a running back, wide receiver kind of dual mix build, I would say. But, in case Ty Simpson does not work out, who do we want to go here? Honestly, I know Taylor Green's very athletic, but I kind of like Haynes King. I feel like Haynes King is type of player that Tom Brady would pick. I don't know. I just feel he gives off the vibe. It's all about vibes now, apparently. Just because we have so many picks. Bo Stevens also actually a really good O-line pick if he's actually here in round 5. So why not? Oh wait, no, we still have a round 6 pick. Guys, ball knowledge is fading. I don't know what to do here. We quite literally have done everything that we really could here. I'm probably missing something pretty obvious, but I don't know, guys. Let's just go best available, I guess. We don't need another wide receiver. Torino Pride Jr., welcome to the team. Okay, I think this may be the last pick. So, guys, can we not pick a kicker in here? Guys, what is this like? Let me see if I can find a kicker. This is actually like crazy. Guys, there are no kickers in here. Why is there no kickers in this dang mock draft, bro? ESPN, what are you doing? This is so bad. And why is there a bunch of wide receivers? Let's go another safety. Why not? Why not? Alright, guys, this is the end of the simulation of what if the Raiders actually got a good enough call that maybe they are interested in actually trading the first overall pick for a deal that's too good to pass up. Probably it wouldn't be like 10 picks, but you never know. We're just having a little fun here. So let's go down the list and look at these like 20 picks. We got Vega Iona. Good pick, I would say. And then we have Ty Simpson. Obviously, if they couldn't get Fernando Mendoza, they need to get QB somewhere. Malachi Lawrence, someone who people could say he's going in the first round. We have Malachi Fields. Maybe he could be a wide receiver 1. He was hyped up a few weeks ago. Obviously, his stock fell. Lee Hunter, I think, is absolutely snag at round 3, pick 76. Davison Igabionson. I know he's an all-red player. Oscar Delp, I think, is a really good player who is probably realistically going way higher than round 3, pick 99. Bud Clark, a good safety. Jalen Farmer, another O-line. Harold Perkins would probably never see the fields, but I think that if you want to develop him, he could be pretty good in the future. Emmett Johnson, just to back up Ashton Genty. As I said, at some point, you're just taking him for value. If you take Emmett Johnson in round 4, it's pretty good value. Josh Cameron, just another wide receiver, why not? Haynes King, he looked good at Georgia Tech, the first 9 weeks of the season. The season prior, he looked really good also. Honestly, I kind of like him as a prospect. I know he's a good rusher. I feel like it's a QB that Tom Brady would really like. Bo Stevens, I think it's another steal. Toronto Pride, just someone I picked. Dalton Johnson, another person I kind of just picked. And honestly, let's see how the Steelers did, the team that we traded with for this to happen. Obviously, Fernando Mendoza. They only had 4 picks in total. Dante Capehart, I don't know who that is. Harrison Wallace. I've seen this dude make one good catch, and that's about it. And then Riley Nowalski, fullback tight end. Alright, Now it's the time that we've all been waiting for. What is ESPN's quotation mark grade on this? Because I swear their grades are so bad. A B. Capital Management A+, Fulfilling Needs B, Reaches F, and Position Value C. How do these grades work? Let's go ahead and read. Can you tell me on reaches refers to selecting players whose overall rank is significantly below the overall pick number. This is also weighted heaviest at the top of the draft, and penalties are more severe for deeper reaches. How are any of these a reach? If anything, most of these are steal. Okay, well, we all know how ESPN makes their websites. But obviously this would never happen in real life because the Raiders would not trade the first overall pick unless it was for 10 picks. But still, if you guys enjoyed this, I hope you guys leave a subscribe, like, and comment, what team you would have traded the first overall pick with. And I'll see you guys. Hope your team picks whoever you want in the first round tonight, and I'll see ya.